Hey guys, I'm back in another Booster Box update. Let's get started. Always guys, officially at $1,500, 14.99.95, and Always guys is honestly keep making headlines. Look at the last couple of days. On the 15th, it was 1360. It stayed there for a couple of days, and then suddenly on the 18th, it was 475, and now it just keeps going up. It went up like $10, $5, another $10, and I don't know. It doesn't take much for Valencia to go up. Only one box was sold yesterday, and today, the cheaper box for 1470 was sold today, even though that doesn't show up on the graph. They don't include picture listings because sometimes there are these like 36 loose packs, and they don't want that skewing the data. And as I said yesterday, there's only 3 boxes left until 1550, and I don't really know how far this will go up. I think once it reaches around, I don't think it'll reach like 1700 all of a sudden without people like offloading boxes eventually. So, but yeah, I remember Nostalgianomics said that a lot of the people during the tariffs, like a lot of people who had like weaker hands, they flushed out like their supply, and now we just have less supply in the market because people already sold their boxes. It kind of makes sense because Volume Skies is probably a stressful box to have sometimes. If you look at the market, you kind of don't want to miss out, but I don't know, maybe some people would rather just have the money and move on to something else. But no one really doubts they'll do really well in the long term. As for other Sword and Shields, Sword and Shield base is about the same. Rebel Clash went down about $10. Nothing really changed. People just decreased their prices, or there was another listing. Dark Displays, Vivid Voltage Battle Cells are about the same. Battle Cells went down about $1. Chilling Rain, we see the first day that doesn't have a sale in the last day, so it's still at the same price at about 13,340. I feel like people aren't really interested in the seller over here, so I feel like the real price is actually around 350. But yeah, we'll have to see about Chilling Rain. And then, but as far as like the boxes that I'm most interested in, like Volume Skies is doing well. I think Fusion Strike has potential to keep going up. Chilling Rain, it kind of just depends, but it can be pretty slow sometimes. Billion Stars is definitely doing okay. It'll at least, I think it should at least go to 300 soon. After Rates is a little slower. Lost Origin has some activity, but it's a little slower. And then Silver Tempest, it finally went back up to 273 after dropping for a while. But yeah, for Fusion Strike, I don't think the price really changed, but you're seeing good enough buying activity recently. Like 33122, and like the target price for me is about $500, so that's about here. So there's these kind of 6 boxes over here. That's kind of in the way. I see this Red's TCG up here again, so it seems like they probably just had a couple of Sword Shield boxes because they're appearing in Fusion Strike and Chilling Rain. For Brilliant Stars, it's also doing kind of okay. So 2 boxes sold yesterday, and there's these 2 boxes at 295, but then the next page we get to 300 already. After these two get to 305. So Brilliant Stars doesn't usually make like tons of big moves, but I'm definitely seeing historically it does a lot better than Astral Radiance, and honestly, like, why not? It's a Charizard set, like literally the arts are better. You're competing against Machamp. Yeah, Astral Radiance probably had a sale yesterday, but I feel like it's just they're just so similarly priced that I think people would just prefer Brilliant Stars over Astral Radiance. And then Lost Origins, I mentioned this before, but yeah, it has like not the worst sales. 1 box sold yesterday, but when I go and look at the listings, like there's just a bunch of boxes until like 403 or 404, which is it's been there like for a while. Like my target price for Lost Origins is probably like around 415 or at least 410. And like it's just kind of far away from there. And then Silver Tempest over here. I said yesterday the only reason it was so low is because people are offloading their boxes. I think there's only 1 box yesterday, like in the 250s. That was finally sold, and now we're back at like 274 territory. And let's see. There's quite a few boxes until 280. I think I forgot exactly the highest I've seen Silver Tempest, but it was around like 275, 280, somewhere around there. Alright, so for Scarlet and Violet, it's mostly that there's pretty much a bunch of sales right now. So some of these listings, some of these decreases don't get too weird, just one box. Others, for other things, there's a little more of a bigger seller going on. Like Paldea Evolved over here. So selling rate's about the same, but you see that there's this one seller over here trying to sell this one box at 237, and then after that it goes back to 240. So Paldea hasn't really changed except for that. For Obsidian Flames, it's a little different. King's Game is back over here. I don't know what's with them. Like, why can't they just like? King's Game is like literally personally responsible for making Obsidian not go as high as it could have gone. Every time Obsidian is kind of like on its track to go up, like King's Game kind of appears. Literally, I've seen it so many times. It's just I don't really get their like they could just like go up to like 225 honestly, and it's a lot 220. I don't really get why they just keep going back to this. But yeah, apparently they have a bunch of Obsidian Flames. They put up 2 cases worth, and now they're putting the price at 215 when it was like literally at like 220 basically. But I guess it's basically a sale if you want Obsidian Flames at this point. We don't really know if there's gonna really be any reprints. Like it's a pretty old set at this point, so I don't know. Maybe they're just selling a little too early. Yeah, similar to big sellers like Aurora cards. Like they're the only seller here. They appeared having 10 boxes of Paradox Rift, and that prevents it from going past 200, which it's gone before. But yeah, there just keeps being like some new sellers like undercutting it. But yeah, demand was 8 boxes versus Obsidian was 6 boxes. Scarlet base just has generally more resistance. Like there's a lot like more smaller sellers. These two over here give like 7 boxes at 198, and then over here at 199 you have these 4, and then up to around 200 you have like these 9 boxes. So Scarlet base is still getting there. Temporal Forces has a box that's like on sale over here. Otherwise, the next box is literally at like $200. So yeah, TCG Bros, whatnot, like they're just trying to offload some boxes. I think that they had one of the other boxes, Scarlet base. I don't know. I think I saw them somewhere. I just don't remember. Or was it? Yeah, they have Paldea and they have Temporal, so they're the reason why the price has gone down actually. Yeah, Twilight, the demand was a little higher yesterday, so at 8 boxes over here, and it's just been pretty stable. It's still stable at 220. You can go to 221, but I don't know, Twilight has just been pretty where it's been. Like no one's really trying to undercut right now. They're all just trying to sell around 220 right now. Stellar Crown, demand was a little lower yesterday at 3, and let's see. The other price was about the same. Yeah, seller's just been stuck. A lot of people are just willing to sell it like just above $200. It's just struggling to break like 202 or 205, really. And it kind of makes sense. It's not really the best in the world. And for some of the thing about like these other sets is that even if the pull rates are worse, so Stellar Crown has done well because the pull rates are good and people enjoy opening it, especially if there's like a good chase card like the Squirtle and the Bulbasaur. For Twilight, it's like people will give up, but like because Pokemon's like inherently like a gambling sort of thing, like people just will be like, I never got that card. Let me open another pack of Twilight. Let me open another box of Twilight. So even when people say they're done, like they're just not done this hobby. That's kind of the gambling effect in general. And then Surging Sparks, 247, a little lower than its normal range, but not too bad. $16 sold. Alright, that's it for today's video. Thanks guys, bye.